Welcome to another walk. We're doing a walk from one station to another today. We're going to try and get from Reepham Station on the Great Eastern to Reepham and Whitwell on the M&GN. The way to do that is to walk this track and go around the Themelthorpe Curve, which was built in 1960, and then we're going to see if we can find any remains of any buried infrastructure. We're joined today by Adam and brother Mark, and we're going to go for a little bit of a wander and see what we can find. If we find anything, we shall record it and put it on the video. So we're going to start our walk. We're starting at Reepham on the Great Eastern line. Lots of bikes today by the looks of this, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. Lots of people are about, and let's start our walk. We've just gone under the bridge at the start. As you can see, Mark has found the telegraph stanchions, and they would have had insulators on there, and that would be used for signalling and telegraph. So that is still in position. But obviously trains, as Mark said a minute ago before you came on camera, trains would not have gone up there. It's a bit of an incline there. Obviously the bridge has been infilled slightly, and the line would have carried on towards Corston. So our first piece of interest is actually, this has been put in recently by Norfolk County Council. There wasn't actually a level crossing here, but a lot of the stations actually on this route have got these gates, which cost quite a lot of money. So we're going to walk forward. Now this would have been single track, and then it will go into a double at the Great Eastern Station at Reepham. So we'll just take a little wander, a couple of 100 yards, and then we'll come across the beautiful old Great Eastern Station. So the bridge is behind us.
Where the tracks gone?
The tracks have gone. So here we are. It's a beautiful. It's been restored. It's now a calf. Lovely, typical Great Eastern railway architecture there.
Nice brick, isn't it?
That's lovely kind of a yellow brick with this with the orange
data.
Yes. So they've kind of done all this up, and it looks really nice. Nice tea room. On the other side, Mark, we were discussing this when we parked the car. Wouldn't this be good if this was cleared?
Yeah, the interesting thing is that if you look at two platforms, this is Victorian, Victorian brick. This is platform, which is overgrown completely.
Yeah, but look at it. It's just like
concrete. And look at it, full of brambles and shrubs.
Yeah.
Maturish trees, and it could be cleared.
You can, if you look behind, you can see some fencing there. But as Mark says, this is quite modern. When you sort of look at the other side. So there would have been two tracks here, and then it would go into a single.
Do you think the concrete came from Laneway?
It's a possibility, to be fair with you. I think I should have done a little bit of research before we came out in the car.
Let's talk about Lenwade, John.
So we talk about Lenwade.
What is Lenwade?
Well, Lenwade, further down the line, there is another station at Lenwade, single platform. But Lenwade was very, very, very famous for concrete. A company called M&GN Building Products. Now, they produced lots of concrete.
Huge concrete works.
Huge concrete works.
And goods yard.
It did. And trains used to run along here to go around the Themelthorpe Curve to pick up concrete from ABP at Lenwade, and obviously come back. And there was, I don't know if you recall the stories at Ronan Point in London, where concrete kind of, shall we say it, kind of fractured, and I think part of the flats collapsed.
Yep.
I think that was in maybe the late 70s, early 80s.
Do you think the concrete there came from Lenwade?
Well, there is talk that it did come from Lenwade, and soon after that, in 1982, ABP ceased to exist.
Right.
So obviously, in 1982, this track,
with the faults.
Yeah, this track was lifted soon after, around about 1983.
Well, I remember as a child, the main reason the M&GN kept going was because of the concrete works, and they ran trains, didn't they? They needed the trains to carry all that heavy, concrete around.
Yes.
And that kind of kept it going for a time.
And they had special wagons as well to take these concrete sections. And they weren't just used obviously on high-rise buildings. They were used for motorways, etc. Yeah. So ABP were quite busy.
It was a big time for motorways in 1970.
Exactly. And some of the concrete trains were double-headed, even in the steam era, with 4 MTs, and then later a couple of Class 31s, because they were heavy trains.
What's an MT?
It's a Class 4 mixed traffic engine.
Right.
So they were quite synonymous with the M&GN
Right.
towards the early to late 50s. There's something over there. Look, there's some brick.
Oh, yeah.
There's some brick.
There's also something over there, John, that's popping. It might be
So,
the same thing.
Yeah,
And
so
there's definitely,
all...
you can see by the gravel down here that
Lots
there
of bits
obviously
and
was a
pieces,
track
isn't there?
here.
So that's new. I've not seen that before.
Do
It
you
looks.
think it was used
I don't know. It
for
kind of looks like a place.
livestock, maybe?
The cattle pens are on the other side. This was the old goods yards behind us last
Maybe it's
time.
used for milk, dairy, you know.
Or it's definitely a retaining wall, isn't it? I don't think it's a plate layer's hut. I'm just gonna. Oh, there's lots of brick. If someone is local to Reepham can remember the station, it does go on. That's quite.
John, look.
Yeah. Marvellous. So there's more wall.
Beveled.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
Beveled there.
it's a beveled edge with a.
The iron, is it iron?
Could this be where the signal box was?
Maybe.
Maybe this. Maybe it
See, there's
is.
a corner there, look.
Maybe this is where the signal box was. God, look at this. Look at this. That's a point bearer.
You would need a signal box because it suddenly splits into two tracks.
I tell you what, Mark, that is a point bearer there. Ouch! Ow! That's a point. That's a point bearer. There's another bearer there
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah,
I reckon this is part of the. This is definitely it. That's a windowsill, isn't it?
could be.
I think we may have found the signal box. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the track plan of the Great Eastern Railway station here, but that's definitely a point bearer, and that's definitely a point bearer as well. But as you say, beveled edge there. It could be, and it would be in a good. There's ballast on the ground as well. It would have been in a good position.
This would have been the back, wouldn't it?
I think
This
this
would
is
have been the
signal
back, so
box.
the front would have been.
Yeah, because the goods yard is where these properties are. It's got to be, isn't it? We'll have to look at some proper maps, because we've come out here totally without doing any research. But that's an interesting find, isn't it?
Mm.
Right, so as I said, all this was all goods yard all round. Last time I came here with Adam, who's now grown up.
Yeah, but look at these new buildings, John.
Yeah,
They're very close. They're very close. I
they're
mean,
very close.
you know, had there not been some kind of law that said you can't build on this
Yeah,
public footway, they would have just used that as garden space.
they would
So it's
indeed.
good that that's being observed.
It is quite. I'll be honest. It looks quite nice. It's very clean, isn't it?
It's very new.
Yeah, it is definitely new, because it
Very,
wasn't
very
here last
new.
time I came here. So now we would have been kind of. This is the end of the goods yard, and it'll split into a single line.
I mean, it's not an offensive.
Oh, I do
aspect,
like
is it?
this. Look,
Yeah.
a little pathway onto Marriott's Way. Very nice.
In fact, that shot there, John, you can see
Yep.
the new buildings with the old station.
When you can see the station in the background. Yeah,
I'd
it's-
like to if they'd set the buildings back a bit further.
yeah.
They're not bad. What they are.
It's quite. I mean, I quite like them actually.
They're
They're not bad.
possibly quite affordable, you know, in terms
Probably. I'm not sure what the property prices are like in Reepham. So there's a you look. You say that again.
of. One means they're
As you look
small.
back.
They look possibly eco-friendly.
Yeah, I bet they are, aren't they? So, yes, there you go. So we are on the lookout for anything. So we may have found potentially the signal box. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comment section below. So the goods yard would have started round about here. So we're now going to go on to the Marriott's Way officially. So this is now going to be single track. This is Great Eastern. When we get to the Themelthorpe Curve, it will do a very, very, very tight left turn.
But John,
So-
we're heading west, aren't we?
We are. So this would have headed, this line actually went over the Midland and Great Northern at the Themelthorpe Curve was put in 1960, but they crossed each other. And there's a very famous picture of of a Great Eastern train with the driver standing on the Midland and Great Northern Joint Railway, just like kind of taking the piss. You know, I'm standing on someone else's.
Oh, right. Sort of.
Yeah, but we'll when we get to Themelthorpe, we'll then give you a bit of
My
history
line
there
is
as well.
better than your line.
Exactly, and I'm standing on it. Hang on. So we're around about what, quarter of a mile from
Yeah.
Reepham Station. We've come to our first erection.
First
which is a bridge. There's no number on it.
It's a road bridge.
Definitely a road, but it's just kind of a track. There you go. You can see down there. There is no, I can't see a bridge number stenciled on it.
This bridge, stylistically, doesn't look
I like the graffiti.
Never touch the touring.
There is no bridge number.
Let's trust.
Probably. So there is no bridge number, which I'm quite surprised. Hold on, let's see if we can get a good look at this. I don't want to go.
Brickwork like on the front, Johnny. Oh, it's red brick.
Kind of.
It's not bad.
It's. I think this has been rebuilt at some point, definitely. But you've got old. Yeah, it's definitely
big crack.
massive. There's a huge crack. I don't want to stack it. There you go. But definitely you can see the old rampart there. And I think this has definitely been rebuilt. There is some embossed. There's an embossed thing on the brick. I don't want to. If I go, there you go. Look at that. So, the bricks to make this bridge have come from West Bromwich.
Oh really?
Yeah. Look at that on that. Don't you stack it. We'll just go down a bit further.
So this is a Birmingham. There's a number stenciled on the wall.
Is there?
1329.
So this is bridge 1329. I'll just come down and have a look.
Yeah,
Hold on.
It's almost a sea road.
I don't. Yeah, this is just a track, isn't it?
There. It's got loads of dirt in the middle.
Yeah.
This is just farmers stuff.
So
And behind you, you've got some chickens, some roosters.
roosters.
See the chickens, the white roosters there.
There you go. Some chickens. All right, girls. So this is bridge 1323.
Yes.
It's definitely been rebuilt at some point, isn't it?
It's a 1323.
Yeah. It's definitely been rebuilt at some point. It can't be original like that. Without that girder can't be Victorian. Seriously. If you look underneath it, though, it's got brick inside it as well, isn't it? Yeah, in the top. Yes, that's bridge 1323. It's possible, but it kind of looks like it has been rebuilt to me. But I mean,
See the stones there were designed to actually set the girder in place.
yeah, yeah,
Same over there too, on the other side.
yeah. You could be right. You could be right. So we've got to scramble back up again now. Well, that's not a bad looking bridge.
Bridge, 13
Yeah.
13 inches 9.
Yeah,
Sorry, 13 feet 9 inches.
that's right.
Very tall.
Right, I'm gonna clamber back up again. So we're back on the track and we're heading west. So there's some signage to tell you we could walk for 12 miles. No, I don't think so. So we'll carry on westward. So from Norwich, every mile or so we get these structures. That looks like that's been made out of rail, doesn't it? So excuse the wind. Eastern Union Railway. And then we've got a mark at the bottom here, 19 miles from Norwich.
Made by Norfolk. It says artist and blacksmith.
Bartlett. Sounds about right, doesn't it? It's definitely rail, isn't it? That's flat bottom rail, isn't it? Coarse steel. So every mile or so you'll come across these sculptures now, and everyone is different.
I presume their seats as well, aren't they? I mean,
oh yeah, it's been used as a seat, definitely. Okay. So we are now about another, I would say about what, 400 metres from the last bridge?
Yeah.
And we're now on another bridge. Another over bridge for a road. Over a road. So this would this be 1324 or would this be 1322? Oh, this is a farmer's bridge, isn't it? A lane. Oh, it's a farm. Look at that. It's just a farm access. Ooh, interesting. The size of these concrete slabs on it. So please excuse, it's probably really windy. I'm not going down this bit too. I think it's a little bit too wet. But the other bridge is literally just round that corner. This is a farm access, isn't it? Oh, hang on, there's a track. I'll see if I can go through. And have a look.
You want the number, don't you?
I do want the number, because I want another 1323. Oh, I could stack it down here. Oh, blimey, Charlie. Right. Hang on, sorry about that, everybody. Ow, that's really prickly. Again, you've got the West Bromwich brick things. Brummie Bridge, there you go. I cannot see a stencil number on this one. I can't really go down there because it's really muddy, and I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, so now I've got to get back up there. Whilst recording.
With the other bridge, the stencils on the,
On the inside.
so you have to get right down.
Yeah, I'm going to leave this one. This could be 1324.
Yeah.
I would like to think it is. Right, I'm going to climb it back up again. Yeah, so that's a nice little.
I mean, the good
nice
thing
little
is it's still here. A lot of this stuff is just gone.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be here for. Well, I think.
Well, that's the.
You'd hope.
So that bridge ain't going anywhere for a while, is it? I wonder if it's still used.
If you were to try and find there's a narrow gauge between Southwold and I can't remember where it's split off. Well, you're never going to find any evidence of it.
No.
It's long drawn.
Oh, the Southwold Railway. No, there's
Probably nothing.
nothing.
And there's a bridge over the River Bus at Southwold. But that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I know exactly what you mean. I've seen pictures of Southwold.
Yeah.
Was that like a light? That was more of a light railway, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, so we're opening up here.
Closed in 1929.
29.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bit later
What
than that.
surprised me is that good people of Southwold thought we don't want people coming here.
It wouldn't surprise the people of
Well, that's
Southwold.
why it's retained its Victorian elegance.
Yes, definitely.
It's gentrified.
Of course, this has opened up suddenly. This is track. So we've got remnants of the old post and wire fencing. Someone's tried to set fire to that one. And look at this one. This is obviously an old farm access gate, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit. You can see there's still farm gates here, but they're moved. So
Yeah, obviously crossed there. They've crossed. Look at this. It's still got its. It's still got part of the gate on it. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. The hinge. Oh wow.
Obviously it's set in, but
It's definitely. But look at that. It's amazing.
nice gate.
Still there.
That's what gets me. That there were obviously there was a pillar on the other side.
Yes.
A post on the other side. That one's gone.
So,
But they left one.
But this is set.
Why leave one?
But this is set in the concrete around about 3 or 4 feet as well. So if they're taking the other ones out,
Maybe that one was wood, but I would have thought like
no, it would have been like that, wouldn't it?
Would have been a gate on the other side
Yes.
as well. So
it would have been
three
here.
stumps gone.
And they'd left one,
Because they got fed up.
still with a piece of gate on it. Crazy, crazy. Okay, onward. It's a nice straight. Look at this straight coming up. Phew. It's just amazing how topography works. So back there, in the distance where those two people are, it was flat, wasn't it? And now again, we're on an embankment again. I think that one's just another.
Yeah, we're going up.
We're going up again. What you were saying about when these lines were like built?
Yeah.
Obviously, was this all flat then? This embankment, it's obviously been made, hasn't it? And
This isn't an actual embankment.
No,
So,
because if you look at the low-lying countryside, this embankment,
because it undulates, they're having to keep.
yeah,
So tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of ballast and soil.
soil and sand maybe
Yeah.
to make this embankment.
Yeah.
And you think we've already been in one embankment back there. We're now in another one.
I mean, we're talking about thousands and thousands.
But we're
and
coming up
thousands
again.
of
Then.
tons.
This embankment's coming up again. Thousands of tons, and they had to build the embankments, didn't they? All done by hand and horse and cart. So that's where the embankment's coming up now.
And they would have had
Flat.
winches and
Yeah.
buckets.
And we were talking what 1840s, 1850s maybe when
Yeah.
you know when the railways
days.
exploded in Norfolk. So now we've come off the embankment and we're flat again. Amazing. So there you go, the rolling fields of Norfolk. Look at that. What a lovely view. Please excuse the. It's quite choppy out here. The wind is quite strong.
Bit blowy.
But it looks like we're now going up a gradient. So we've gone from an embankment level gradient, and we're now climbing.
Yeah, we're pushing to the hill.
We're going up.
A big field of
Rapeseed. I have to be careful with rapeseed, that upsets my hay fever. Wow. What a beautiful It looks like there's another embankment going the other way. Ah, it's a superb walk. I have done this walk before, but many years ago, and I certainly didn't record it.
I've never done it.
No, you've never done it?
Never done this stretch.
No, I've done it many years ago. Okay. So it looks like we're in a cutting. We're now gone from an embankment to a cutting. Okay. So this looks like this was probably a crossing many years ago. There's no posts, but we just got to have a look at this field here. Look at this. That's the boundary fence, isn't it? That's the railway boundary fence. Oh, look at this. Rapeseed. Wow, look at that. That's the first time I've ever stood in a rapeseed field, to be fair. Yeah, take a picture. There's a boundary fence. That's the original boundary fence. Look at that. Still, I mean, look at the size of these posts. I mean, they didn't do things by halves, did they? Look at this. I mean, that's a substantial. That's a substantial post. It just goes on and on and on. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. We're now in a cutting. If you look closely on the right hand side, I was talking about the boundary fence. Look at that, still there with the wires in it, post and wire fence. So I think, if I remember rightly, from memory, there is a bridge up here.
Okay. Would you say we're about 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile from the station?
I would say possibly we're around about a mile now from the original station that we passed at the beginning. So we're coming across a big red sign now. So we'll just see what this says on here. Beyond this point, for a distance of 30 metres, badger activity. Surface disturbance may occur. Horse riders and cyclists are advised to dismount this section. So the badgers have been a bit busy around here, haven't they? Badger. So they kind of like burrow into the banks, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see the bridge coming up now. If you look to the left hand side on this corner, there is definitely a brick structure. It's a bit squidgy now, very squidgy.
It's nice.
I am quite sensible, I've got my walking boots on. Oh yeah, badger activity.
It's nice they put a sign up though.
Yeah, definitely, look at that.
Look, John, over there. Look.
Busy. Oh my word.
All those sets.
Wow.
This is Badger Central. Look
at that. Wow, the badgers have been busy, haven't they?
I think the badgers like the sand. This is nice and soft.
Yeah, they've dug all this out, haven't they?
Yeah, with their claws.
With their claws. They look like they've been busy recently. That's all fresh, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
They're digging in there, aren't they?
We'll be lucky to see one. Well, there's some dogs behind us. I don't think badgers.
So they have been busy.
But they come out at night time.
Oh, the bridge is coming into view. Look. If we can get up there, we can take a nice photograph. So is this bridge 13, 20, what would it be, 25? Or is it going the other way? Love it. Yeah, typical Great Eastern again. Look at that. Stunning. Lovely. It's really quite wet here now. There is the signal telegraph stanchions on the side now. That's a lovely bridge, isn't it? There's no stencil on it. Ah, such a shame. Oh yeah, there you go. Sounds of the past. Look at that.
Handle on the box.
There is no box.
Where's the box?
I think the box probably used to be down there, but now it's disappeared. Yeah. It's quite nice. Nice J15 there. The brush type 2. I wonder where that was taken, that picture. We can't find any stencil number. There may be one at the top. So we're clambering up. Oh, I see. Okay. On the rampart. Oh, look at this. Look at the sun. Look at the sun on that brickwork. Look at considering it's just a tiny track. It's not even a road. Look at the effort they've gone to make this bridge look pretty. It's a track. It's not even anything, is it? Oh my god, it's in the middle. It's like, so originally, there's some fence there. So this was basically built. It's built for the farmer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a farm access bridge. Look at this. Wow. So that's our view looking back towards Reepham Great Eastern. I think we've got a bit of a squelch ahead of us very shortly. Right, so we're leaving what was a farm access bridge. So we're going to have to scramble back down again. I'm very glad I put my Carrymores on, to be fair with you. We've all got stout walking shoes on. So I'm going to head back down and get back on the track and head further west towards the Themelthorpe Curve. So yes, so it's well, we've got some remnants of something here. So this could have been a gradient post, possibly, or a mile marker, maybe. I would suggest possibly it was a gradient post. I should imagine these pieces of wire may have been
makes sense, wouldn't it?
straight. It's definitely by the track side, so it's either, I would say it's probably a gradient post. So we're in the cutting is getting deeper, definitely getting deeper, and definitely getting squidgy. So we're looking towards Reepham that way. Come across the bridge number 3. So I can. This again is farm access. Oh, please excuse this. This could be really windy. I'll try and keep you out of the wind. And here we go. So look at that. Hello, Mark. Right. So originally again farm access. Exactly the same as the other bridge we looked at the beginning of the work. Look at the post and wire tension fencing there. So they would tighten up the fencing here with spanners. You can see where they've tightened the wires. I don't know if there's a stencil on this one. We don't know which way we're going number wise. Obviously just a tiny little farm access bridge, but no stencil on this one, so we still don't know what the bridge number was. Ingenious use of old sleepers to make a fence there. So yeah, that's a typical blue engineering brick. Okay, onwards towards the curve. So literally, that last farmer's bridge, occupation bridge, is literally 100 feet to my right. We just heard the sound of running water, and there we have not just one culvert, we have another culvert just there. I've never seen these before. The fact is, I just heard some running water. Look at that. Superb. Wow, and the track bed's just up there. Never seen these before. I've only walked this line a couple of times, but never seen these two culverts. Brilliant. So the culvert I was just looking at is running there. The farm occupation bridge, which we looked at, is there. So that's looking towards Reepham, and we're in front of us now, around about 300 metres, there's another bridge. So we are getting close to the Themelthorpe Curve. Okay, so we're at another 500 metres from that culvert. We have our 4th bridge. This looks like this has been rebuilt at some point as well. You've got the blue engineering brick at the bottom, and it's had some repairs done at some point. It looks like there's a partial bridge number on here as well. Look at the plate on the left hand side. It's still there.
Oh yeah, 27.
27.
So the numbers were going up.
They're going up.
Yeah.
So it's 1327,
Yeah.
including the culvert. We've got the telegraph stanchions there. So this bridge plate is still partially attached. So that'd be 1327. So we're going up. I might be able to get a better shot as we spin round. Oh, yeah, look at it's been totally rebuilt on one end. That's new, isn't it? That's definitely new. It's had a total. Oh, look at them! I mean, look at the elliptical arch. That's all been redone as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Someone's gone to expense. It's definitely been restored, hasn't it? So that's bridge 1327 then. Wow. So we have walked around about another half a mile. So we have another bridge. So this will be 1328. You can see how high the track level used to be.
They're using the same template for these bridges, aren't they?
They are. They're all the underbridges for the farm access are the same, but this is the curvature of the actual bridge, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. So what is this? Is this a... Oh wow, again, it's farm access. It's a substantial bridge for farm access, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so is there a way I can get down and have a look? Oh, exactly the same way as we did before. So these bridges are very alike, apart from the first one, which was a metal girder bridge. I do not want to stack it here. I know the farmer don't want people going through there, does he? Blue engineering brick. Bridge 1328. I don't think he wants people going under there, does he? Yeah, so we're not far now from the Themelthorpe Curve. So I'm going to go back up.
It's interesting, you can see the top of the arch.
Yes, that is the top of the arch.
There must have been at least another foot
You've got to think.
of soil.
So, well, the ballast shoulder is here. This piece here, this ridge there, that's a ballast shoulder.
This one?
Yep. So the ballast would have been up to around about there.
Right.
So quite. But this is actually the arch of the bridge. So looking forward, looking westward, we're now going to have the start of the curve. So I'll just pause until we get to the sharp part. Yeah, it's going to start to curve in around about 100 meters. So we are now near the curve, literally. But before we go past, ouch! I'm being pricked. Excuse me. Ouch! Ow! That's in my thumb. Right, so we've got another gate, which is still there. It's got the part of the gate is still there. Bits of wood there. Look at that. So that's a very old farm access gate. It is still there, is it?
Yeah, the gate's there too.
Yeah, through the trees. I'm not going to go through because I'm being pricked to high heaven, but
It's like our gate.
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can just see.
Some bits collapsed, but
Yeah, I can see the other side. That's quite interesting. So the curve is about to start here. So the Great Eastern would have carried on straight. And in 1960, BR decided, rather than... This is a sleeper. Is that a mirror? Is that a sleeper in the ground? Definitely, isn't it?
half of one.
Yeah. As I was saying, in 1960, BR decided to put one of the tightest curves on the BR network in here. And it was made to get trains into ABP at Lenwade. So, as I said, the track would have carried on Great Eastern towards Falsham and towards Fakenham. So, the actual Themelthorpe Curve joined two tracks together basically. The Middle and Great Northern Joint Railway coming out of Norwich City is literally just over to my left, around a half a mile. So the curve was put in, as I said, to get these concrete trains into that Lenwade. So basically it joined up two tracks basically, one for the Middle and Great Northern and the Great Eastern we're on now. The Middle and Great Northern closed in February 1959. So in 1960, that's when the curve was put in. Now you can see this track is now doing a very, very tight left-hand turn. So this is where the track from the City Station branch joined the Great Eastern. You can just clearly see just how tight this curve is. We've got some structure here. I think that might be a drainage cess top, maybe. It could have been I'll tell you what, that could have, there may have been a sign on that announcing the curve here. I would say, definitely.
Presumably trains would have had to slow down.
Yeah, I think it was a 5 or 10 mile an hour speed limit on this curve, and it was so tight they had an inner check rail as well.
Yeah.
So this isn't. We're not making this up now. The original track bed we were walking on carries on up there. So this is now the 1960
we can't
curve.
see that though, can we? This one-
Not really, but you can definitely see we've got these little structures. These are obviously for informing the train crew about this curve. And this curve is actually, this isn't a this actually the actually, if you walk in there, Mark, you may see. No, it's actually a drain cover. Oh, I thought that was something to do with the railway. It's not. So, ow! That's the that's the track bed of the Great Eastern we've just been trudging.
That?
That is just
Oh, there.
yeah, the track bed's in the middle here,
Where?
where this all this sludge.
Not that.
No. So this, where I'm standing now,
Yeah.
is the track bed we've just been walking. So in Great Eastern days, it would have carried on.
I'm just wondering whether that higher rise could have been.
No, this was in a cutting, because there's a bridge.
Oh, right.
There is a bridge,
Okay,
literally
right.
just up
I
there.
see. I can get it now. I can see the
Track,
line
yes,
of land.
yeah, the formation is here, but I'm not going.
So that goes to Fakenham and beyond.
That will go
Fakenham.
towards Falsham,
Right.
crosses the 1067, then joins up with the towards Fakenham,
And then beyond Fakenham.
and then it would have gone towards Wells, etc. that way. So I honestly thought these concrete things were something to do with the railway, but they're not. So we're gonna traverse now the 1960 Themelthorpe
The
Curve.
interesting thing is that this section has remained a pathway. if you like.
Yep.
So
But this is actually the track bed. This
the
isn't.
Great Eastern bit
Carries on.
has been ploughed over. There's
Oh
nothing-
yeah, there's nothing left of that.
Right.
So you can see the boundary there. There may be something we can see. But you can see it's quite tight already, isn't it?
It reminds me of the kind of curves you get in trams.
Yes.
You know,
I'm going to keep my eyes out for anything that may be remaining. Maybe some old signage, maybe. I've never actually walked all the way around here. You can just about see the bridge through there, Mark. If you look to your right, you can see the bridge. I don't know if you can see it through. No, we can't see it through there. Might see a shot of it in a moment. I can, yeah. If you look closely to your left, to your right, can you see the bridge? You can't see the bridge, can you? Hang on.
I can.
Yeah. There you go. You just should be able to see that. That's the Great Eastern carrying on towards Falsham and Fakenham. And we're traversing the very tight Themelthorpe Curve. Keep your eyes peeled for any old signage. God, that is quite tight, isn't it? No wonder they had check rails. It's really steep. Tight curve. What we got there? Is that drainage? Is that drainage again? I'm not sure about. Oh, actually, is that drain? Yes, drain. I thought that might have been a stanchion for a sign. Ow! That was in my face. So I can. That bridge is just out of shot now. Nah, it's a bit prickly, isn't it? You can see the rise of the bridge there. And looking back up this curve we're on. It would be nice if I could see that bridge, but I can't get up there unless I go up there. There's lots of pricks about, and I mean that in a prickly way, not in a horrible way. I'm going to climb up here. I might be able to see the bridge. Hold on. Ow. Okay. You can just about see the rampart of it. Actually, I'm going to go. I'm going to be really naughty. Naughty. Right. You might be able to see it. I'm in a farmer's field. I'm taking a chance. I'm in a farmer. There's the curve going round. There you go. There's that gatehouse over there. I wonder if that gatehouse has actually got a farmer and who's got a shotgun. That's on the post fence. see this bridge. Right, and there we go. Couldn't see it through the curve there, but we can definitely see it now. And that old car over there is still there. When I came in many years ago, can you see that car in the distance? I don't know what kind of car it is, someone will tell me. But there you go. Look at that. So that, believe it or not, is a track bed. And if you look even further in the distance, you can see an embankment there and a cut there. That's where the M&GN line from City Station crossed over the GER. And that car is still rusting away. That's amazing. I do like the archway on this. Look at the sawtooth archway. If you look in the distance, Mark, can you see the embankment there?
Yes.
See that little cut?
Yeah.
That's where the M&GN crossed over the GER.
Okay, so this is
track bed.
This is the track bed.
Going towards Felsham. This is just a farm access bridge. Look at the old car over there. That's still there. That was there when I came here about 10 years ago.
Looks like an old Morris or something.
Old.
Interesting place to dump a car.
But that's been there. That car's been there for absolutely years. I know he's found something. He's found the remains of a fence post. So yeah, this is track bed. We're looking towards Reepham, where we've just come from. That's looking west. In the distance, you've got the City Station branch going towards Melton Constable was that way. Norwich City towards my left. And there you've got the curvature of the 1960 Themelthorpe Curve, which joined the two tracks together. But obviously this was shut, and then obviously the M&GN was shut.
Tight it is, can't you?
Yeah, look how you can just see. And in the distance, where these trees are, where these firs are, there's a gatehouse there, and we've got the remains of a fence post. Wow. We're literally on farmers' land now, but we're going to quickly have a look up on this old bridge. Look at that, there we go. So this is the bridge I was just looking at. I'm being pricked, look, I've got blood right on top of the bridge now. There you go, there's an old bridge number painted on there. So, in the distance, that's the farm thing. So coming from the left, there was a bridge in the middle there. That's the M&GN heading towards Melton Constable. In the distance, there's a gatehouse there for a crossing. That would have been the bridge number on there. So would that be 1329?
It does look like 1329.
Yeah, it's still got. Yeah, 1329. You think I would know that, wouldn't you?
Something corporation, maybe?
Someone told me in the comments. So yeah, big bridge for farm access, that one. Right, I'm going to get down here before we get a farmer come after us with this shotgun. There. Oh, there goes the other hill, yeah, look. Stenciled on, that's the old stencil painted on there, look. 1329. Wow. Right, let's get back on the curve.
Anyway,
I'll tell you what, you can see the curve, can't you? You can just see how tight that curve is going. We've got to go back through the fence now, haven't we? I think we managed to get through this without having a farmer come after us, but you can see the track bed there where the little two lines crossed each other. I can't remember where we came in. Right, let's get back on that curve. Back on the track. And it's still curving. And this will join up with the line coming from Norwich City. That's one hell of a curve, isn't it? We're all trying to get through without hurting ourselves, I think. Here he comes. Here he comes. Right, onwards. Haven't seen anything which is railway related, kind of railway style. I was hoping to find something that would we could find in the bushes, but there's nothing here. I know there was signage here when this was the actual operational curve. But yeah, that is it's still going round. It looks like it's getting very curve's getting, the radius is getting bigger. We should come across the crossing keeper's house in a moment. Right, so we've got some more information signage which tells us all about the Themelthorpe Curve. There you go, some pictures there. I'll just go in there. There you go. So basically, there's information about Marriotts Way, to be honest with you. So British Rail, there we go. There's the bridge in the distance which crosses the GER, which we looked at. There is a picture of the curve. So British Rail constructed the Themelthorpe Curve in 1960 to speed up freight train journeys. Before that, the route from Norwich City Station to Thorpe Station, barely a mile, went via the towns of Melton Constable, Holt, Crome and Wroxham. The railway workers referred to this as going round the world. When it was built, the curve was the sharpest bend on the UK network, so the trains were limited to 10 miles an hour to avoid derailments. The completion of the Themelthorpe Curve halved the journey distance and made it much easier to haul freights and goods trains. Before the curve was built, wayward children in Norwich used to get 1 penny platform ticket and see if they could get from City Station back to Norwich to Thorpe Station without getting caught. This was called going round the world for a penny. So there you go, you can see that curve there. So we started there and we've walked around the curve. We're now there. So literally over there we've got the remains of the crossing keeper's cottage for the Norwich City Station branch. So you can see that there, the track crossed basically over just there. That's where the line came from, Norwich City, and there's the crossing keeper's hut. So Reepham is 2.5 miles. We've walked 2.5 miles so far, and then you can clearly see the track bed coming up from Norwich City. So we'll just continue over the road and just get to the other side. There's a sign there for Reepham, 4.5 miles, Lend Road 5, not walking that far. We're just going to do the curve and make our way back again. So here's a good map. So the original railway we've walked from is carrying on that way. There's the line coming up from Norwich City, which would have gone straight up there, and there's your curve to join the two lines together. Basically, that's the Norwich City branch going up there. There's the gatekeeper's hut for that branch. And we're still on the curve, which, you know, the Themelthorpe Curve is joining the two railways together, literally to speed up freight trains heading towards AP Bit Lenwade. So if I look across there, you should just see the remains of the old Norwich City track bed there. So basically, when the line from Norwich City was closed, they installed the curve. This is British Rail, that is, and then literally slewed the track over and connected it up. So we come round basically in a very, very tight curve. So the track bed towards Melton Constable is going literally up that way, and the curve starts literally just here, just round this bend. There you go. And we're now walking on the former Melton Constable to Norwich City branch. There's old fence posts there. So there you go, that's our walk of the Themelthorpe Curve from Reepham, and we're now going to make our way back. Thanks for watching, goodbye. So we've come back to the beginning of the curve, heading back towards Reepham, and we've got, I assume it's probably the old whistle posts there. There's one on the ground and there's one there, and the track is starting to bend to the left there, but there's also something here growing out of this tree, which is metal. I assume that could be a ladder on the sign. I'd have to look back. That definitely looks like a ladder, and it's growing out of the tree there. And there's your two posts. I'd imagine that might be the whistle board. I can't get any further in to have a look, But that's an interesting find. You can just see the top of the ladder there, look. And then this post goes into the ground there. The curve is starting just there. And there's another piece of metal. Where my foot is. Look. So that's been bent over. You can see the bend there. And that carries on. So I imagine that piece of metal is the same length as that. And that's where the whistle boards were. And there must have been a ladder up to the top of it, because that's there. That's very interesting. There you go. There's a ladder. That's definitely a ladder. Shut up!